Hello, July the 8th. Trust everybody's fine and well. And today we're just wondering if the notes about Justin Trudeau are true though. They gave us a snapshot of our deficit this morning. $250 billion. Some bankers estimating that's going to grow to about 44 to 45% debt to GDP. It's we're almost back war days, depression days. I mean, that's the snapshot. They say 250 billion. They haven't given us an accounting yet because I don't really think they know. It's interesting. It's an interesting day. Trudeau is undergoing, I think, his sixth, in the Liberal Party, their sixth ethics commissioner investigation. That's six. The man who has ran on integrity and openness and honesty and all that sort of thing. And this ethics investigation is to do with an organization called WE, W-E. In $900 or so million that where Trudeau had sort of sloughed off to them. It has since been recalled, I understand, but they're still investigating. The other major ones that he has come through is the SNC-Lavalin affair. You can look that up. That was sort of crazy and wild. The Aga Khan's free trip from the Aga Khan. The other major Liberal one was Morneau's failure to disclose his investments in France. Now that was interesting because that was at the time Trudeau and Morneau were going to raise taxes on small businesses. And turned out that Trudeau had some of his stuff down in tax-free haven and Morneau was investing over in France. That is some kind of a deal. So they didn't raise the taxes back then. I guess they felt it would be too crazy to do that. What else about Trudeau today? Well, there was a meeting with the Mexican President Trump, and it's supposed to be Trudeau, regarding the Mexican-Canadian trade deal. But Trudeau was too busy. He was too busy to go. He had to go to Parliament. I guess he's finally coming out of his bedroom and he's going to do some work. He had some appointments in Parliament Hill, and he's in a snit because of possible aluminum and steel tariffs. So that's how to solve that negotiation. Just don't show up, right? We have a high school prime minister, guys. The high school prime minister. It's interesting. Well, maybe it's not all true, though. That's what they tell me about Trudeau, but perhaps it's not true. But the debt sort of scares me. Because they haven't come up with a plan of how we're gonna solve this thing. And here's the crazy thing: the NDP want to add to it, and the Conservatives haven't got a plan either that I've heard yet. Maybe they're still working on it. So I tell you, we're in Canada, we're up the creek without that proverbial creek without a paddle. If we let these clouds keep going, we really need someone out there who can get serious about things. And of course, everybody's talking about this second wave and preparing for the third wave and maybe the flying pig virus. So it's we're ahead for interesting times. As always, I'll put a couple of links to in the description. See if I can find something interesting. Maybe the militia links from the U.S. Those were interesting. I think I posted a black militia one, and there's a group called the Cowboys, the 3%ers, that I watched a quick video on. Maybe you're familiar with those. But it doesn't Now as we roll into heading for middle of July, it is, remember that Gordon Lightfoot song? Black Day in July, or Dark Day in July, whatever it was. I mean, it's almost feels that we're heading that way again. Again, Trudeau is staying home because he's snubbing the Mexican president and Trump, although he wishes them well, but he's got important things to do. He's like Joe Biden. You know, Joe Biden comes out of his basement when he has important things to do. But then again, Trudeau he's one of the globalist puppets. So I guess he really doesn't give a damn about our most important partner, trading partner, our most important neighbor, the U.S. Trudeau's he's one of those international bankers, United Nations, the IMF. He's one of their puppets. They can pull his strings, and so I guess he figures no use hanging out with Trump, but just a waste of time. Take care for now, and have a wild day in a positive sense. And we'll see you again. Bye for now.